Weather Service. We're showing you on a camera from Springdale, looking from the Holiday Inn. We've got this storm producing a tremendous amount of lightning, also some hail up to about quarter size, and we're starting to get in some pictures on social media of the hail that's falling out of this storm. Now, we're going to go look at the radar real quick. We're going to show you what we're seeing. Now, it's a fairly isolated storm here, and we zoom it in. It's mostly on the west side of I-49, but it is drifting southward at about 10 miles an hour. So Farmington, it's just knocking on the door. Between Taneytown, it's just south of Taneytown, and drifting away from Taneytown and heading towards the south, towards Prairie Grove, Greenland. And we'll show you a movement on this. It's very slow, about 10 miles an hour. It's not moving very fast. But again, the towns, you expect this in Savoy, and we're going to get a little further out on there for you. You can see many of these little towns that are showing up here to the southwest as this moves on down. Again, Prairie Grove is where I think you should have time to put your car in the garage maybe. The hail size is forecast by the Weather Service to be about 1 inch diameter or quarter size hail, maybe a little bigger. And this is the actual hail signature on radar. We have that algorithm running now that we call it the hail tracker. You can see how the hail's progressing a little bit to the west, and then the whole system is sagging southward, again towards Prairie Grove, Taneytown being right up here, and then the severe thunderstorm warning continues till 10 o'clock, and that's been issued by the National Weather Service over in Tulsa. Now, if you're in Fayetteville, you can see this storm, and it is drifting down across I-49 tonight. Now, you can see the rain showers, but most of the lightning is right there within the hail. That's generally where the lightning is. We call it glaciation, when the hail is being thrown up and down in the clouds, and the friction and the ionization creates lightning, and we're seeing that. So again, Savoy, it's right here. So it's the hail may be drifting your way. Then south, you have the Viney Grove Road right there, and then Prairie Grove. So again, moving from Farmington, it's right on top of you now, and again, moving towards the south and a little bit southwest. Here's Razorback Stadium. It's raining there, of course, tonight in the university. So pretty good storm here going on in Fayetteville tonight. And it's going to continue again until 10 o'clock. The warning officially till 10 o'clock for Washington County here in Arkansas. And the storm again moving tonight to the south and southwest, and frequent lightning continuing over the region tonight. The main thing is protect your cars and your property. You may have 60-mile-an-hour winds within the cell, surface winds picking up around the hailstones and around the heavy precipitation areas. This is just a pulse thunderstorm, though. Now that the sun has set, I think this will be dying out hopefully in the next hour or two. But again, the National Weather Service feeling that a warning because of the hailstones mostly, and the 60-mile-an-hour forecast on some of the wind gusts. But right in here, you can see our winds showing up, and this is on our velocity mode on radar, showing some greens and some reds. So there's a little bit of rotation possibly trying to show up in here, and it's not very strong, though. The winds are, 6 to 8, just a little spinning motion. So that is fairly light. That's what's lifting that hail up and letting it get larger in the storm. So we're not too concerned about tornadoes with this, mostly straight line winds, and hail probably a quarter, maybe a little larger, but that hail swath is increasing now, again, south of Taneytown, and then heading towards Savoy. It looks like Savoy is going to be getting some pretty large hail here with this. Again, there's your window between Taneytown and Savoy, and you can see how the hail, it looks like it's propagating a little bit towards the west, but the whole thing is sagging southward at about 10 miles an hour. Again, here's Farmington, here's the Razorback Stadium and the university. It's all just mostly on the west side of Interstate 49 tonight, at least the heaviest part of this storm. And again, we're tracking it a little bit to the west and then to the south. So let's zoom it out just a little bit wider and give you a perspective. It's really the only show in town. It's the only storm that's left. Let's come out even a little further. I want to give everybody a better perspective. Right now over in the green country, no storms at all. Nothing back in the mountains left over. Some of that has all died out, but you can see how that one storm popped up really over here at Johnson Mills tonight, and then just progressed across the highway. We did get some rain here briefly at the station, and then it's now really got itself together. We're going to zoom down one more time quickly, and then we'll have the newscast coming on here at 10 o'clock. We'll give you a full update. Tune in to CBS 5 here at your local News 5, and we'll give you a full update on this. But again, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Washington County here in Arkansas until 10 o'clock tonight for hail up to about 1-inch diameter and winds gusting up to 60 miles an hour within this storm. The heaviest activity, again, just on the west side of Interstate 49, but again, across the Fayetteville down to Greenland, and then from Tawnytown south to Farmington, and then heading towards Prairie Grove and Savoy. Those are the areas where you want to take your precautions for hail damage, strong winds, and we'll continue to monitor that for you here this evening. But again, it's a severe storm, and right now not expecting tornadoes with us, but some strong winds and hail damage possible with this pulse thunderstorm. And again, there's the hail core, and it's just between Tawnytown and Savoy and heading down that way. We'll get them just a little closer. There's Tawnytown and Farmington and Savoy, and you see that area of hail, that's the blue, probably about, we're starting to get pictures in on social media, and we'll have those to share with you at 10 o'clock on the newscast, but we're getting reports that quite a bit of hail is coming out of this storm. Mother Nature's ice machine is turned on tonight, and there it is right there, 1.2-inch diameter hail. So that is getting bigger than a quarter, but not quite a golf ball. A golf ball would be 1.75. So getting closer to maybe a ping pong size piece of hail, which is 1.5, and then a golf ball is 1.75 actually. Look at that, there's the latest update, boom, right there. Big core of hail, and there's 1.5-inch diameter hail. Well, that is now ping pong ball size hail being estimated by the radar, and the hail footprint is getting bigger now from Savoy, not quite to Tawnytown. You see there's Highway 412, so it's just south of 412 and just north of Savoy, and just a big cluster of hail going on there tonight. And you see how it's trying to drift to the southwest. So if you're in Weddington, you might want to watch this storm very closely, because again, the hail part of this storm is moving just a little off to the southwest. You can see how the progression, and it's expanding a little bit. So it's concerning tonight. And again, the National Weather Service has issued a warning for everyone in the Washington County area in that box, and that will continue till at least 10 o'clock, and it may be reissued because of the hail. Now, this is our camera from the Holiday Inn looking at the storm and the frequent lightning tonight. The Naturals had their fireworks about 20 minutes ago, and the combination of the lightning and the fireworks, there you go. Yeah, it's popping pretty good tonight for sure. And this is again a severe thunderstorm right here in Washington County, and that warning is going to continue. It's frequent lightning for sure, and that's going to continue now until 10 o'clock. Now, I'm meteorologist Bruce Thomas. I'm a new face in town, but I'll be here helping out the weather team for on the weekends throughout the summer. So tune in tonight to CBS 5 News 5, and we'll see you here in just a few minutes on